Hello and welcome to Wizards Within. I'm your host, Sprinkles Nixon, and my co-host, who is Jan King, is unfortunately unable to join us tonight. But if Peg Jones pops in, I'm going to bring her up here so she can help me out with a few things and share some of her insight with regards to all the modalities that seem to be so prevalent today and in the past was such taboo. So, to begin with, let's see what we have here. Okay. They used to believe in omens and oracles and signs, okay? And some of them were animals, okay? People believed that fate was constantly active and therefore that everything which occurred had a fateful message to convey. Every passing cloud, bird, or breeze, every accident of nature became part of the code by which one's future state could be revealed. So men scanned the earth and sky for omens. Even now, sometimes you probably catch yourself not walking under a ladder, feeling slightly worried about breaking a mirror or waiting for the second magpie to appear. It is not necessary that you believe in such omens, just that having heard them from childhood, there's a vague feeling that perhaps you might, after all, be tempting fate. And people who disregarded them, walking deliberately under every ladder they see, often do so with a certain air of defiance. However, whether or not you choose to believe in them, certain events and phenomena have over the centuries been given particular meanings. Some of the better known ones are animals, okay, carrying their unconscious forecast of a good or disastrous future. These two were thought to be the innocent messengers of fate. A bat. If you came across a bat, that would be luck, especially if it cries while flying. A cat. There is doubt about the significance of this mysterious beast. Black it may be, good or bad. Experience would have to tell. But to kill one is thought to be disastrous. And if one uncountable leaves your house, it could mean catastrophe. A dog, uh, much less involved with fortune telling, but an omen of death if it howls at the moon, although it offers no precise warning of where death intends to strike. A goat indicates good luck. A hare, unfortunate because especially if one crosses your path. Oh, where I am, there's a lot of little bunnies. They're white-tailed bunnies. A hedgehog. Now, this is good fortune, especially met going in the opposite direction. A horse. A piebald is a good omen. If seen tail first, however, a friend may meet misfortune. A white horse seen by lovers will bring them good luck. A mouse, white or brown, it means happiness, especially in love. And gray, danger threatens. A pig is a bad omen, especially if met immediately after marriage. Uh, the rat is, yeah, the sheep in a flock is good fortune, especially if approaching squirrel happiness will be found soon after seeing one. So that's for the squirrels. They even got birds here, insects, all different things. Um, and how they relate to it. These are some of the things that may be still around today that they speak about. But we'll go with the birds because the flight of a bird is so unpredictable, yet so apparently purposeful. Their appearance has often been taken as a portent of good or evil fortune. A crow is supposed to be a bad omen, especially if seen to the left. A cuckoo, which I can't say I really ever see them, but a cuckoo, not seen but heard, it foretells prosperity, especially if it's heard to the right. A dove is a happy omen, particularly for those about to marry. A gull, okay, settling on a ship, a happy sign for those about to sail in her. But to be touched by a gull in flight is said to foretell the death of someone close. Oh, don't want the gull around me then. Okay, so a hawk, it indicates to be watchful, powerful enemies threatened. This is supposed to be especially true if the bird is seen to the left. A magpie, one especially on the left, is an omen of death. Two, however, are very lucky and signify that good fortune will follow them within 3 days. An owl, always bad luck. If it hoots 3 times, be especially careful. A robin means good luck. A sparrow, bad luck except for lovers. A swallow, very good fortune, especially early in spring. If they build under your roof, good will follow. If you kill one, not me, don't kill me, please don't kill me. If you kill one, expect disaster. A wren, good luck, but at your peril, either harm or frighten it. Okay, it's your peril if you harm or frighten it. They have insects. Let me see if they have anything good here as far as insects. Oh, ooh. Okay, well, I'll give you a few of the insects. An ant, a nest near your home is a good augury, but to be bitten by one means quarrels and strife. A bee is good luck if it is trapped for a while in the house. A cockroach, yuck, is seen in an unusual place. It foretells a death. Okay, a spider, a doom-laden creature. Seen in the morning, it means grief. At noon, anxiety. In the evening, financial loss. A spider spinning a web means people are plotting. To kill one brings misfortune. However, if found on the body, is a harbinger of prosperity. Okay, then they go into reading shapes. Years ago, they used to do this. They used a variety of different things. And some of this is really still applies for today, that what they do with it. As the pattern, they look at the pattern of it, made by tea leaves, often an irresistible temptation to look into the future. So too did other apparently random formations. These were read in the same way as a teacup reading would go. As with reading tea leaves, it took some imagination and great deal of concentration to understand the messages offered by the symbols. Egg whites. You can take an egg white, separate the white from the yolk, and pour the white into a bowl, almost brimful of water. After 24 hours, clots will have formed, which you should then be able to read. Sealing wax. That's the wax that you put on a letter. Okay, so this is how far back that goes. I've never seen that, literally myself, when they would seal the envelopes with some wax. Heat a little sealing wax in a serving spoon or ladle. When it is melted, pour the wax into a bowl of clean water. The shapes that the wax forms will give you symbols which contain the answers you need. Okay, the seeds. Now this one with the seeds is really quite long, and I think this might have faded out really fast because it took a while for you to get your answer. But for seeds, to discover the order in which a certain event will occur, you would plant the seed for each event, okay? But never inquire about more than 5 things. Put each seed in a separate pot. As far as possible, keep each pot the same amount of sunshine and water. The order in which the seedlings appear will give you the information you want. This process is likely to be somewhat lengthy, so it is best not to inquire about events in the immediate future. Okay, because it's going to take time. Okay, burning paper. Okay, you write out a wish or a question on a slip of paper. You place it face down on a plate and light it with a match. If all the paper is burnt, you will get what you want. But if only a part of it burns, then your wish may eventually be granted. This will not be for some time. It may eventually, but it's saying that, it's not time yet. Paper pieces. Write a different question on each of the number of pieces of paper and place all the slips at the bottom of a bowl. Pour water into the bowl and wait for the first slip of paper to rise to the surface. The answer to your question on it will be yes. Interesting. Okay, here's a good one. Wedding ring. Okay, you can tie a length of black thread around a gold wedding ring. Hold the other end of the thread in your left hand and then lower the ring into a glass of water. If it touches the right side of the glass, then the answer to your question is yes. If it touches the left, no. If it touches the side either nearest you or farthest away from you, you may take it that the oracle refuses to answer and should not be consulted for another 24 hours. I mean, there were things in the past. Now, with the animals, about them showing up and stuff kind of like that. They also had in those days the totems, okay, your animal totem. So that's a little different than what it says for years ago, how they would look for these signs, okay.
Okay, so when we're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, we'll speak about moles, among other things. So if you have a mole on your body anywhere, be sure to come back and check with us, and you might learn a few things if you. So we'll be right back.
this one.
See, if you have a mole, I don't know if you're interested in moles, but we can give it a try. Okay, because one is born with with these curious marks upon the body, they were often thought significant. The essential information which they give depends upon where the moles are placed. The bigger the mole, the more prominence the attributes and fortunes it foretells will come into being. There are general points to watch for, too, because the shape of the mole has its importance as well. The rounder it is, the more good fortune is implied. If the mole is raised, that means very good fortune. Indeed, an oval or pointed mole means bad luck, made even worse if its color is dark, and worse again if it is hairy. Oh my goodness. Mole on the forehead. Okay, so let's see where we have a mole on the forehead. Oh, I can't get this. Okay. Uh, right. Mole on the forehead, on the right side, intelligence leading to fame and prosperity. Left is extravagance, freckleness. Eye, a mole near the eye, near the outer corner of either eye, placidity of temperament, frugality of thriftiness. Okay, let me say it again. Placidity of temperament, frugality, and thriftiness. On the eyebrows, on the right eyebrow, happy and probably early marriage. On the left eyebrow, difficult marriage. On the ear, it's recklessness. On the cheek, right is happiness, especially in marriage. Left, difficulties and struggles. If you have a mole on the chin, it's success, prosperity, and good fortune. Now, with witches, they always put that mole on the chin or on the nose. So let's see what that it's given us. The chin is success, prosperity, and good fortune. On the nose is it's great fortune, travel, and a developed sexuality. So those witches were into a few things, I would say. If you had a mole on the throat, it would be rich marriage, ambitions attained. On the neck, many ups and downs, unexpected legacies, early setbacks, but ultimate success. Now, isn't that interesting? Okay, so yeah. If you have a part of your body that I'm not going to finish up in here because that we're going to be going into a few things here, but get a hold of me on Off the Cuff E-zine website. You can contact me through the contact page, or you can message me on Facebook, and it's under Patricia Nixon. Okay, so. You can find me there. Now, the tea reading, the reading of the symbols, I want to go over that because it's a lot of people are different now. I mean, there are still tea readers around today, okay? The meaning of the various symbols is the most important thing in tea reading. The list that follows gives some of the most commonly used, but your own imagination and in time experience may lead you to add more of your own. The position and size of the symbols are also significant. Okay. Um, okay, so with an overall reading, first you have to consider which kind of symbols predominate and don't. Um, because it's what you are beholding and seeing, just as if you were using cards or any other tool to enhance your vision. Remember that the messages lie in the combination of all the symbols. Only when you have put them together will what they have to tell you becomes very, very clear. And there's an enormous amount of different symbols and stuff. My goodness. Um, I got a few more things going on here with this, so do tune in and check it out. And again, any questions, please feel free to let me know, either if you're in the Zoom or on YouTube. Come join me and ask your questions. I'm just as anxious to see what you have to say about it as well. Okay, so let me see here. Dice, the method of reading dice. And there's another thing I got to remember to find that passage, because it goes about, it talks about numerology, and it talks about numerology having astrological meanings as well. So I want to get to that too. Okay, the method of reading. Dice have been used for divination for thousands of years, and methods of reading them have passed through many variations. There are, however, two absolute rules for divination. There must be 3 numbered dice, and they must be thrown in complete silence. It is also generally believed that they run more freely when the weather is calm and the atmosphere is cool.
Okay, I'd like to thank you and hope
The most
that,
common method is to draw a simple chalk circle on a table and then throw the dice on behalf of the person whose fortune you are telling.
And I'm not sure
dice that roll beyond the circle have nothing to say. Those that fall on the floor indicate that the third and decimate times are ahead, which will probably be darkened by quarrels. If all the dice roll out of the circle, then you should pick up and throw again. However, should the second throw also yield no result, it might as well to assume that fate has nothing to communicate that day, and wait until a more propitious moment. There are 2 general points to remember in reading dice. Okay, if a number turns up more than once during a reading, it presages the arrival of significant news. And on the very rare occasions when one dice lands on top of another, it is always a warning that extreme caution should be exercised in all commercial and romantic ventures. The meaning of the numbers. Once the 3 dice have been rolled, add together the numbers shown on them. If one has rolled outside the circle and the total is less than 3, the dice have nothing to say. The list which follows gives the most familiar meanings of the total numbers. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go through with the rest of this. 3. If you rolled a 3, it's a good omen. A wish may be unexpectedly fulfilled. 4 is disappointment. 5, a stranger will bring joy. 6, material loss from which some spiritual advantage may be gained. If you roll a 7, unfounded gossip will cause unhappiness. Number 8, if you roll an 8, a contemplated action has not been thought through and may produce an injustice. If you roll the 9, success, particularly in amorous affairs. If there has been a quarrel, expect a reunion, forgiveness, or reconciliation. A 10, domestic contentment, and perhaps some professional or business advancement. 11, someone not necessarily a member of the family or close friend is ill. 12, a letter will come and an answer be demanded. Ask advice before coming to a decision. If you roll 13, how could you roll 13? Okay. Oh, that's right, 3 dice. Grief, possibly protected, perhaps even lifelong. 14 is a stranger will become a close and dear friend. 15, temptation to enter into a shady or unjust deal. 16, a journey, take it for it will pass pleasantly and end in profit. 17, a man from overseas, probably a foreigner, will suggest a course of action to you. His suggestion will be sound. And 18, a very good omen, promotion.
Okay, I'd like to thank you and hope that I thank you for joining me today. And next week we will have back Jan King and myself. And I'm not sure what we're going to have on the table, so come by, check us out, and see what's happening. Again, you can reach us at off-the-cuff E-zine.com, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Tell us what you'd like to hear, what you'd like to know more about, and we'll do our best to provide it. Love it.
A smile upon your face, and I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning guns. Would you follow me to wander? Take my hand and walk beside me in a world of thunder. Fear is an imposter. When you look at me this way, I find it hard to not give in. The days became weeks, it felt just like the night before. You were slowly fading in my mind. When you left, I was so completely gone, but now I'm sure you were some of the best of things to find. Find it hard to not